This guava roll, so good. Who would have thought? I've never had a bakery known for their guava rolls. But here we are. And the pastry around it's like a croissant, like filet pastry I think you call it. So flaky, so nice. I can't believe I made it to the big city. Up until now, Mexico has felt like a real dream. Beaches, cute towns, history. And Mexico City, I thought would be quite hectic, and it is quite hectic, it's quite busy so far. But spots like this are just so serene. The city is so green. So I've been told it takes the whole day to do this museum, which I don't have because my legs are so tired. I need to check into my hotel. I've been walking around so much today, so we're gonna try and do it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But since I've been in Mexico for the last few weeks, the history has been so interesting to me. So I'm actually super excited to come to what is meant to be, I think, the biggest museum in Latin America around anthropology and like history and stuff. So yeah, a great nerd time. I've had a really bad check-in experience. It's not bad enough that I'm gonna leave, but long story short, I was literally on my overnight bus coming to Mexico City trying to find accommodation. So I didn't really have that many choices, but this hotel seemed fine until I checked in just now. When I checked in, they like took my passport as they do, that's normal. And then they didn't give back to me. I'm going up the lift and I come back down and they're like, oh wait, yeah, here's your passport. Also, the reason I came back down after going up to my room was because I opened my room and why is there a guy on the bed right in front of me? Like as soon as I open the door, the bed is right there and this guy, the room smells of cigarettes. There's a guy literally on the bed. He's in shock. He's like, what the heck? Obviously, like he's in his bed, like is this a private space? I'm like, why do I have another guy's room? So then I have to go back downstairs. Then they're like, what's the issue? I was like, you've given me someone's room. Then she like takes her time, changes my room, and then she does the one thing I really don't like as a solo traveler. She says the number of my new room out loud. I don't like that because there are people around, there's other people who want to check in, who are trying to sort out things with reception. There's only one desk, so everyone's kind of waiting for the same person to attend to them. And you just said that, so that means anyone can come knock on my door. A lot of the hotels I stay at, like if there's a lift or elevator, you can't access certain levels if you do not have a room on that level. Whilst in this hotel, you can access every single level, despite who you are, what card you have. You don't need a card to access any levels. I'm like, it's fine. I think it'll be fine. I don't feel like I need to leave. But I do feel like if I had my own way, I would have like been able to plan my accommodation properly a couple of weeks ago and be in a better place. But for now, the view is nice. I'm in my room. It's very spacious, by the way. A little bit dated, but very spacious. I took an overnight bus to Mexico City, so I'm kind of like sleep deprived and feeling very like on edge. I think it makes everything that's happening kind of like feel very like bigger than it is. And yeah, and then we're gonna get some food. When I travel, I can be quite OCD in my itinerary. This morning, the fruits of planning ahead have ripened because I'm here at this really super popular museum in Mexico City, and I booked my tickets a month ahead of time. A few weeks, because apparently they sell out so quick and the queue is so strict here. I'm really excited to show you guys. I'm looking forward to a very artsy and colourful day. Guys, how cool is this place? I haven't even shown you the best part, which is the floor. So we've got tables and we've got glass floors and you can see the rock underneath. I need to ask what is underneath here because yeah, it looks like if it cracked, you're literally falling into the earth. I got enchiladas because I've not had that my whole trip to Mexico, but I chose an interesting mix. I got pork in enchiladas, but with green sauce. And the green sauce is really strong. Let's try this. That's not bad. Hey guys, I'm in another part of Mexico City, about to go on a super cool tour. Look at these boats. I'm with a group, so we're gonna have a good time.
Okay guys, welcome to Xochimilco. Our boat today is going to be Aitana, and our rower is going to be Vladimir.
Hi!
If you need help to get in the boat, he can help you. Give you 3 minutes. Ready, Pepper?
Oh, it's the best. Let's try it again.
Number 3. Una piedra del camino me enseñó que mi destino era.
I felt so bad for my Uber driver. My drive back was during peak traffic, and where we went was like a little bit outside of the city, so I think it was like an hour and a half ride, and I can tell he was tired. And it got to the end and it was like, you know, it's like a 4-minute drive but also a 4-minute walk because it's literally just traffic, and I was like, I can get out here, don't worry, don't wait for me. And he just like was adamant that he would wait the 4 minutes plus to get me here, so I'm really grateful. I definitely need to tip him on the Uber app. But the reason I'm here at this like really no-frills taco place that randomly got a Michelin star, I think last year, 2024. So I'm here to check it out. It had mixed reviews because people were like, why did this place get Michelin star? Like, it's not anything special, but who knows? Good morning guys, it is literally 4 a.m. in the morning, which is why I look kind of ridiculous, but I'm just waiting because I'm going on an excursion that I'm really excited about to be picked up. But I just want to do a quick FAQ about my whole trip to Mexico. This is actually my last video in my Mexico solo travel diary series. About how safe I found Mexico as a country to navigate. I think this is a nuanced conversation, and also it's like my experience is not everyone's experience, you know what I mean? But I would say that my time in Mexico, I've felt mostly safe. Mexico City is the one place I was like, maybe I wouldn't feel so safe because every city has some level of crime or some sort of issues with crime. You're not gonna escape that. But I felt pretty fine. It feels hectic in the city, but it feels fine. Like, you can navigate, there's Ubers. Some of the Ubers I've been taking here have the automatic pin situation going on. So when I say that, I basically have to give the driver my pin before he can kind of start the drive, which is a really good safety kind of layer to have. Yeah, but even when I was traveling other parts of Mexico, I will say that yes, Mexico has their issues with crime and stuff, but I believe it's more like serious and organized crime, which is the big issue, like cartels and stuff, over more so like the petty crime that you as an individual be like involved in. Most of the touristy areas we're going to are not the problem areas. When I was reading the travel advisory before coming to Mexico, make sure before you travel to Mexico, you read your country's travel advisory around safety and stuff. All the red areas, or the place that they were like, don't go to, were very far from the touristy areas. So we're going up to a tunnel. Coming out of the warm water, I feel so cold. Get ready with me as I prepare for my last evening in Mexico City and also in Mexico. How sad. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie to go out this evening. Honestly, it has been so chilly in the evenings and in the early mornings in Mexico City. And when I was packing for my trip to Mexico, I was thinking, oh my God, Tulum. Oh my God, Cancun. And I was literally only looking at that side of Mexico and not realizing how big Mexico is. So like, even if one side is like super sunny, 30-degree weather, another side can be like 20 degrees and lower. And that's what's happened. I also didn't know until like a few days ago that Mexico City is a higher altitude than like the other parts of Mexico. So when you come here, you may experience difficulty in breathing. That's very normal because it's the altitude that's impacting you. I don't know if you can see yet, but basically my foundation, that's my foundation, that's my actual skin. My skin is currently darker than my foundation. So if I just put my foundation just underneath my cheeks, it looks like I'm contouring. Honestly, because I packed into such a small cabin luggage, I couldn't bring my full makeup bag. 2, honestly, I'm very bad at makeup in general. But 3, because I am tanned, it's really hard for me to know what to do because I kind of feel like anything I do looks too bright in my face. Figuring it out, I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comment section. This evening, we are going to a lucha libre. It's basically Mexican wrestling, which I think is gonna be so fun. I actually do enjoy going to different countries and seeing how they enjoy like fighting. Like when I went to Thailand last year, in my vlog I showed I went to a Muay Thai wrestling fight in Phuket. That was so fun, guys. That was like very interesting, the music, the rules, like anyway, to go to this wrestling match situation, I've booked an excursion through Viator. So I'm super excited, and this trip to Mexico on a high.